What kind of person are we, and who do we become when we are faced with a situation or problem that we're not used to? Something that can be tough or difficult, something very arduous. What kind of character do we show when we are faced with a situation that we have never experienced? What kind of character do we have when a problem arises that we've never dealt with? It is in these tough times that we will truly show who we are and show what we are made of. Do we give in? Do we accept defeat and just not try anymore? Or will we adapt to this new situation or problem and become wiser, stronger, and learn from this experience? We all face tough situations. We all have bad things that arise in our lives, and I, for one, have chose to accept the situation for what it is and have a perspective of what can I learn from it, how can I grow from it, and what kind of wisdom can I gain from it that I may be able to carry on to someone else when that problem arises for them. And that's exactly what many people before me, before you, have done, and they have left the wisdom for us and ways of living. Today's daily Stoic meditation talks about just that, and this is the daily Stoic 366 meditations on wisdom, perseverance, and the art of living by Ryan Holiday and Stephen Hanselman. Today is September 22nd, 2021, and this one is titled No Pain, No Gain. Difficulties show a person's character, so when a challenge confronts you, remember that God is matching you with a younger sparring partner, as would a physical trainer. Why? Becoming an Olympian takes sweat. I think no one has a better challenge than yours. If only you would use it like an athlete would that younger sparring partner. And that is from Epictetus Discourses. The Stoics love to use metaphors from the Olympics, especially wrestling. Like us, they saw sports as both a fun pastime as well as a training ground to practice for the challenges one will inevitably face in the course of living. As General Douglas MacArthur once said, in words later engraved at the gymnasium at West Point, upon the fields of friendly strife are sown the seeds that upon other fields on other days will bear the fruits of victory. Everyone has found themselves outmatched by an opponent, frustrated by some skill or attribute they have that we don't. Height, speed, vision, whatever. How we choose to respond to that struggle tells us about who we are as athletes and who we'll be as people. Do we see it as a chance to learn and get stronger? Do we get frustrated and complain? Or worse, do we call it off and find an easier game to play? One that makes us feel good instead of challenged. The greats don't avoid these tests of their abilities. They seek them out because they are not just the measure of greatness, they are the pathway to it. So what I take from that is when any sort of situation or problem arises in your day today, throughout the rest of your life for that matter, how are you going to adapt to it? What are you going to learn from it? Are you just going to cave in and accept defeat and find an easier way? And we're not going to learn anything that way. That's why we have to look at these things for what they are. Opportunities to learn, opportunities to grow. Whether we're the ones at fault or it's something out of our control that has happened to us, we have to learn how to adapt and become stronger through it. Also in the journal you can get with this today's morning reflection and daily reflection, which is what they ask you in it, so you'll fill in your journal. So morning reflection is, how will today's difficulties show my character? And then at evening you will record another. So the morning reflection is, how will today's difficulties show my character? They will show my character as being patient, as being kind, patient for having an end game in sight. I will see the difficulties as a chance to learn and grow. Then whatever it is that I learn, I will be able to teach another. I am a student in this game of life. Do I get mad at myself for not being good at something I've never done or experienced? No. Well, I can apply this same idea to life's lessons, which is these mistakes that I've made and these other things that I will inevitably confront in my life, and some are small, some are big, but in the end, it's how we deal with it. And how will you deal with it? What kind of character will you show? And I hope you guys got something from this, and today's going to be a good day. All right, guys.